What's up, Scuffers? We've got another winners bracket series. This time, we are on Royal Blood, and in the green as the Terran, we have RandomBanana, and in the cyan as the Zerg, we have GreyRavon. I love to see a Zerg. It has a lot to do with the fact that I am a Zerg main, so exciting stuff. This Overlord. I think it might be a little on the late side, but that's okay. This supply depot, about to finish up. Very straightforward, very box standard stuff from the Terran. Nothing particularly sinister going on there. Barracks gonna come down immediately. That's good. Meanwhile, our Zerg player has produced workers and is about to build their hatchery. Okay, so that's good timing. The hatchery was timed really well. Maybe the Overlord wasn't this time. Maybe it was going crazy. That is about the time I expect the 16 supply hatchery to come down, so good job, GreyRavon. What else have we got here? So, this Overlord is going to go somewhere, just like this Overlord was going to have a good look at the map. We'll see this SCV. I'm not sure if the player will notice this though. This is going to have a good look around, presumably. Just have a little look at what the Zerg is doing. And what they're going to see now? Well, they're going to see that the pool isn't down. This player has gone hatch gas pool, which is a very very normal build order for the Zerg. Pool first would indicate something a bit suspicious going on, but they don't see that, so they don't have to particularly worry about this. Meanwhile, this Overlord on the way to check if there is a natural expand, and there will be, or this SCV has just put it down. It was moving around a bit there before deciding to put it down, so that makes sense. We're going to see a mule come down with the orbital command. This is very, very straight up stuff on both sides, I must say. I'm impressed. This is good stuff. Work and production is good, and you're all just doing very clean build orders, which is nice. That being said, the pool is finished, and you're not making queens. Okay, now there are queens in production. It's a bit slow, but you're doing it, so whatever. You put 3 on gas, and this is good stuff. I'm pretty happy with this performance from both players here. Speed in production, so any Zerglings that are made, these guys, will benefit from that upgrade once that's finished. We are going to see 8 lings. Now, I usually build 4 when I'm building my early things, but anywhere between 4 and 8 is completely sensible. So, this is what we want to see, isn't it? This Marine going to take a little bit of a nibble at this Overlord as he goes back to the 3rd location to see when the timing for this, which I think is really good from this Zerg player. Although the 3rd might come down here, so another orbital command in production. This is great. Meanwhile, more drones from the Zerg. The Zerg doesn't seem to think any early aggression. There's an Overlord parked outside their natural to see if anything coming in. This is good stuff. We have the lair coming down on a Roach Warren. All right. Wow. This is a big step up in quality. I love to see this. Mule's coming down. The factory's finished. It has a tech lab. We'll have to see what that's for. Probably tanks, I'd have to imagine. Bunker comes down too. Any early Ling aggression's not going to be able to do that. What I will say is that I would like to see these Lings out on the map once they were built. Especially now they have speed. You could, before the bunker went down, you could have caused some harassment. With it down now, you're probably not. It looks as though a wall off on the low ground is being attempted, and that's also a good idea. Especially with this tank. If you put this tank here, you'll be able to stop any early game attack pretty much. You siege at the... Yeah, that's exactly what RandomBanana is going to do. I'm impressed. Now that tech lab's off, the factory's going to go build a reactor, and this tech lab is just going to sit here, probably for the... I'd like to see the barracks go on this tech lab so you can get marine upgrades. Tech lab upgrades combat shield and stim. But I guess you could put this in as well. RandomBanana momentarily supply blocked. A Viking in production. Here comes the reactor on the factory. We'll have to see what that's for. If it's for Hellions or for the new and improved Cyclone. Meanwhile, roaches are the choice for the Zerg. Now, roaches are very good against Marines. What's this about? What's this spore crawler placement? I didn't miss anything, did I? No. What's this spore crawler placement? Now, blind spore crawlers are okay, but usually just put one in the mineral line. I don't particularly understand why there's one here and one here. That to me seems a bit strange. Double Evo chambers coming down for the Zergs. We'll see upgrades and Hydralis again. So we're going to see some Roach Hydra from the Zerg player. Very, very bulk standard comp. Meanwhile, the creep spread are going to start now. This is a bit late for starting the creep spread, and as it is, the Zerg army is going to move out onto the map. These Lings are going to get there before the Roaches, so I hope they stop just before, so they can all attack together. The army supply is roughly even, and with this bunker, this should be a relatively easy hold for the Terran. That being said, it looks to me like a Zergling could fit through there. I don't know about you, but if this SCV died, a Ling could easily fit through there. Alright, so as it is, the Lings are going to run to the bunker, and yeah, that tank is just going to completely eviscerate them, as I said before. So yeah, these roads are just going to go home. They realise it's not worth it. Meanwhile, we have a billion barracks. And yeah, look at, you know, a billion barracks now, and that's good. Tech lab's going down. Stim in production. Presumably we will see follow up with hang on, what is this? Where are the SCVs going? Okay, wait, he put some on the gas, then put them on, and then blew them onto the. This is advanced. How did he? I don't do that. Ooh, that's good. Meanwhile, seeing there's a massive wall they can't break through, and probably several Marines, the Bailing Nest is the choice of tech. Okay, sorry, I just need to jam for a second because this part of the music's great. Okay, that's enough. Yeah, Sim Combat Shield and level 1 upgrades for the Terran in production. Medevac's on the way, we've got some Marauders as well. Meanwhile, in Zergland, we have a Lurker Den coming down, I like this, and +1 Carapace and +1 missile attacks. So it looks as though transitioning into Lurkers is the plan, and these Lurkers will absolutely delete the infantry, so I like to see that. This creep spread again isn't... Look, that's the one thing you're missing, GreyRavon, is creep spread. Because your creep spread is good, but it's not stellar. Also, like worker production, you stopped at 41, you're a Zerg player. At this point of the game, you could have gone to 66, have 3 full base saturation, could have expanded to a 4th and a 5th. So I can say that about your economy as well. I mean, there's nothing wrong with a 2 base, but like, you know, as a Zerg player, you'd like to have more bases than your opponent. These are buildings making a protective ring around the hive. Don't put the infestation pit there, your units are going to have them to like go around. Okay. The infestation pit coming down. Also kind of notice you've got more drones on gas. This is undersaturated. Please fully saturate your mineral lines. It's important. Alright? It's arguably more important than your gas geysers. So, you know. Worker production is continuing for the Zerg player, which is good. Lurkers in production now, and that's going to be a big problem. Also, upgrades for Hydras. So it looks like there will be regular Hydras in this comp as well. It just only some of them will be turned to Lurkers. This scan comes down and sees literally 3 queens. This Marine has no idea the hell that awaits him if he walks forward. Here comes the army though, and the army supply is drastically in favour of the Terran. Can't help but wonder why, since both sides have spent their money. It looks as though the Zerg has picked a pretty awkward time to drone up. Yeah, I'm pretty impressed with how well both players are spending their money. That being said, the big gas bank for the Terran. But no. Here comes the army. The Queen's gonna take a pick out, and these guys are gonna walk forward into tank fire. Not ideal. But yeah, that's ugly, isn't it? The response is spam the unit keys. You'd be able to do it better if you were keeping up with your injects. I can't help but notice your queens have a lot of energy, which means you probably haven't been injecting your hatcheries on cooldown, so you haven't got as much lava as you would like, so you can't produce units in response to this as quickly as you would perhaps desire. This army is gonna stim forward now, and yeah, these queens are gonna die. But these lurkers are going to burrow. There is protection due to the scan, so the lurkers don't get much done. The rest of the army are going to walk into this marine ball, which is going to stim forward and kill everything due to its far superior size. And yeah, these all low health. So hard to say what's going to happen, but it probably looks like as though the game. To me, it looks like the game is probably completely over here. And so let's talk about this. GreyRavon, you spent your money arguably even faster and more efficiently than your opponent RandomBanana, but you lost. And let's talk about why. I think it's because you didn't have enough lava, and that's because you probably weren't injecting your hatcheries on cooldown, so you need to be doing that. And your creep spread was pretty suspect as well. So if you improve on those things, GreyRavon, the creep spread and the inject timings, so you're basically effectively using your queen's abilities far more rapidly. It's what we call macro cycle in the business. Then if you keep that up, then you could hope to have a fighting chance against something like this. But otherwise, very well played from both of you. It's 1-0. GG.